fantastic burgers and basket meals, plus their many big screen TVs. The Scoreboard, 3rd Street, downtown Huron.
Getting set for Huron Tiger Volleyball. Huron hosting Sioux Falls Lincoln at the arena. Head coach Josh Lean joins us. Coach Lean brought to you by the Scoreboard, 3rd Street, downtown Huron. Tough loss Tuesday, a 3-setter at Washington, but Coach, we talked about it afterward. There are sweeps and there's sweeps. There's sweeps where one team just manhandles the other. Another one, just one team pulls out the close ones. That was Washington, where in a 3-set loss, we were outscored by 7 points. That's close.
That is close. I mean, statistically, it can only get 1 point closer than that. And so, which still, I tell people all the time, that doesn't give us any advantage in seed points. A loss is still a loss. But I would like to think, we talked about it in the locker room yesterday, that if we played Washington here at the arena might give us those 2 points one way or another. Being at home is probably the difference between
no rafter balls.
No rafter balls, and that did impact set one. You never really know what would happen if that ball came clean and we had a chance to win that point. But regardless, you know what? I was proud of the way the girls fought through it. We really didn't feel like we gave our best volleyball. There's another gear in us yet. We feel like we're way better than our record says. But at this point, we talked a little bit yesterday. We had a almost a mentally grueling practice yesterday, going over scouting report and what we're going to do tonight. A little reflection from the day before, and you really just can't out-jump the girls or over-jump the girls in the one practice you have between two games. So we went after the report. We really did a lot of studying on what to do and did some minor preparations as far as physically. But we said, hey, look, at this point we just got to keep getting better, and we got to be a hard out come SODAC 16. So really, in November, we know at this point we're going to go on the road somewhere, but we want to be the one team that everybody's like, I hope we don't draw Huron, because they're capable of more than what the record says. So it was a tough loss. We still feel like there's good volleyball in us, and the arena tonight is going to be the place where we get to see how we bounce back from that.
Now, Sioux Falls Lincoln comes in, probably one of their better teams in the last 4 or 5 years. They've been slowly building up. They come in with a record of 9-4. They have a lot of size. They have a couple of lefties, which is always kind of a sneaky advantage in high school volleyball. And, they got a nice, well-rounded team.
They do. They're going to run one setter. Mallory is a sophomore. She's big, 6'1". She's left-handed. That's dangerous. And she caused us some fits at the Huron invite. And so we spent a lot of time yesterday learning to track and find our eyes, so that way we can go ahead and make sure we always know where she is. And if she jumps, we got to know if she's a threat or not. If she's in the back row, we're going to let her jump. If she's in the front row, we're going to have to jump with her. Now, that coupled with the fact that they've got Hannah on the back antenna, number 4, who's also left-handed. So when Mallory's in the back row, Hannah's going to be the lefty we've got to contend with. So, that's a lethal combination one way or another. And we're just our eye work on our blocking has to be really, really tough tonight, because that's going to be the hardest thing for us to keep track of. And we're going to miss it once in a while, but the reality is Lincoln's going to go from one pin to the other, the lefty opposite on the back pin to some pretty strong outside hitters on the outside pin. And if Jaylee Olson and Chloe Carr can just make sure that their eyes are in the right spot at the right time and we can get over the net, we're going to be able to keep those hitters at reasonable numbers. They're going to get their points, but we've got to be able to slow them down and then counterattack, obviously, off of those balls. So they are a well-rounded team, and they're young, and they've got a bright future ahead of them. Their record is good, but the reality is, I think if we can be disciplined in the block, we're going to be right there, or have some opportunity to transition that ball into offense.
Coach Josh Lean, head coach of the Huron Tigers, against Coach Lean, brought to you by the Scoreboard, 3rd Street, downtown Huron. Line up some more coming up next on Dakota Sports.
The entire crew of the Scoreboard is ready to come in for lunch with you. Stopping at the Scoreboard located at 56 Bridge Street Southeast in Huron. Featuring a full menu, check out the website at scoreboardhuron.com. Whether it's college football or the NFL, you can watch all the exciting action on one of the many big screen TVs. Scoreboard also has a sideline drinking room for your next event. Call 252-7582. Have a good time with those friends at the Scoreboard Bar and Grill. Now, go get them Tigers. Playing the game means bumps, bruises, and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. play with these teams are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. And that's the luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center. Inheritance, romance, and investment scams continue to plague South Dakotans with high dollar amount losses. They prey on vulnerable adults and swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986. We're back today with play-by-play. This is the Huron Tigers.
Reagan Bischoff, number 2, sophomore setter. Spencer Gergen, number 4, senior setter. Chloe Carr, number 6, senior middle blocker. Kimberly Cheeks, number 7, junior outside hitter. Hilton Hines, number 9, senior libero. Kyle Cheddar, number 11, junior opposite. Kyla Pesky, number 12, senior opposite. Ava Wambach, number 13, junior defensive specialist. Claire Davis, number 16, outside hitter, sophomore. Addie Knight, number 17, junior outside. Allie Davis, number 18, senior outside. Glennon Caudell, number 19, sophomore, defensive specialist. Arian Fisher, 20, freshman opposite. Julie Olson, number 21, middle blocker, junior. These two-time South Dakota Sportscaster of the Year. And the voice of the Huron Tigers, Blake Becker.
Once again, good evening. Welcome to the Huron Arena, getting set for Sioux Falls Lincoln Huron Tiger volleyball tonight. Lincoln Patriots are coached by Nikki Nyhog, her second year as head coach. Girls we expect on the floor tonight: Julia Blom, 5'7" senior libero; Ella Smith, 5'7" junior outside; Elsa Basil, a 6'1" sophomore middle; Hannah Barron, a 5'7" senior right side; Hayden Cook, a 5'7" senior defensive specialist; Mallory Schneider, a 6'1" sophomore setter; Camilla Langenfeld, a 5'7" junior outside; and Evelyn Carney, a 6-foot sophomore middle. Huron Tigers head coach Josh Lean. Girls we expect on the floor tonight: Jency Gergen, 5'8" senior setter; Chloe Carr, 6-foot senior middle; Hilton Hines, 5'8" senior libero; Kaya Cheddar, a 5'7" junior right side; Kyla Pesky, a 5'7" senior right side; Addie Knight, a 5'8" junior outside; Allie Davis, 5'7" senior outside; Arian Fitzer, 5'9" freshman right side; and Jaylee Olson, a 6-foot junior middle. Officials for our game are backed by the South Dakota Attorney General Office, Consumer Affairs Division. Calling our match tonight is Scott Wagner. Wags in the house. Also Stephanie Jetlin. They are the law on the court, and they're backed by the South Dakota Attorney General Office, Consumer Affairs Division. Let's do a scoreboard update. Scoreboard update courtesy of Seven Sons Heating and Air, downtown Huron. In the JV, Lincoln won in straight sets, 25-19, 25-22. The sophomores, Huron picked up the sweep, 25-21, 25-15. Huron cross country ran at the Watoma Relays in Watertown for the girls. Josie Vlieger placed 33rd, Lily Meyer 37th, Nora Pester 38th, Lily Swanson 46, Harper Spildy 59th. For the boys, James Ware was 38th, Tegan Lean 51st, Max Radke 54th, Sebastian Olivo was 62nd, Emerson Sarvis 66, Colt Fensky 67th, Matthew Salmon was 68. And that again is our scoreboard update. Seven Sons Heating and Air in Huron. So ready to go. Lincoln wearing their red tops tonight with the Columbia blue letters and trim. Looks like white Lincoln in script across. Huron wearing the whites tonight with black numbers and letters, a little black piping down the sleeves as well. And it is October, and Hilton Hines has sprung out the pink libero jersey. She's in pink, wearing number 9 for the Tigers. Lincoln is 9-4, Huron is 4-8, and Allie Davis will get this match underway for the Huron Tigers. Serve, back row, and Here's the quick set across by Schneider, dug out by Huron, bumped by Hines. Right side hit, Fitzer goes long. And Lincoln a 1-0 lead. Quick hitting error on the Huron Tigers. Now it's Lincoln preparing to serve. Mallory Schneider, the 6'1 sophomore setter. She plays all around, so it's a 5-1 offense for the Lincoln Patriots. Lefty as well. Serve to the corner. Knight handles it. Pass ahead, right back to Addie. She's just going to free ball it and goes long. 2 hitting errors to start off the match for Huron. 2-0 lead here quickly for Lincoln. Schneider prepares to serve again for the Patriots as they have a early lead. Again, it's Huron mistakes. Schneider into the net, service error. So 2-1, there's been 3 points scored and all on errors. Hilton Hines will serve for the Huron Tigers. So we're just underway here at the arena. Serve back row, serve received by Blum. Right side hit, Langenfeld dug out in the back row by Gergen. Set up ahead for Fitzer, goes to the corner. Nice dig, back row by Cook. Right side hit, kind of eats up Huron. Oh, kept off the floor nicely by Gergen. Huron gets it across. Schneider will set again, back set this time, and did that come off a Huron hand? Yes, it did. I thought so. That'll be the first kill of the night. Hannah Barron off that right side, going left, gives Lincoln a 3-1 lead. 7 o'clock, KIJV, AM/FM Huron. We're just underway here at the arena with high school volleyball. Serving is Camilla Langenfeld. Hines handles it from the back row. Just about over the net. Huron, though, gets control. It was blocked by Lincoln. Lincoln here's the set. They hit up the middle, dug out by Gergen, bumped ahead by Davis. Right side hit Fitzer through the block, dug out, though. In the back row by Blum. Right side hit Lincoln and got through the block. Ella Smith with the kill, just defeated the Huron block, and Lincoln off to a quick 4-1 lead here in set 1. And Langenfeld on the serve for the Patriots. Goes back row, serve received Davis. Gergen back sets, Fitzer again off that right side, lobs it back row. Schneider back set, right side hit Barron. Was it blocked or is it in the net? Either way, it's a point for Huron. Going to say that was a block for Knight. Yep, they do give Addie Knight a block kill. First kill of the night for Huron, 4-2 Lincoln. And Huron serving. Schneider from the net, back sets, right side hit Barron, finds the corner and answers for Lincoln. Lincoln up 5-2. In for Huron, playing back row, and she had the serve that time as well, was Ava Wambach. Serving for Lincoln is Evelyn Carney. Carney off the top of the net, played well by Wambach. Backline attack, Davis up the middle, and was it touched? Yes, it was. That'll be a back row attack and kill for Allie Davis. Huron within 5-3. First kill for Allie. Addison Knight to serve for Huron. Lobs it up, goes back row. Blom goes down to get it, set in the middle, tipped and nicely redirected up in the air by Basil. Elsa Basil gets her first kill. And Lincoln goes up 6-3. Lincoln, boy, they get in that offense. They're tough to stop. They have weapons, and they're doing it in a variety of ways. Hard hits, tips, everything. Serve received, down to get it Hines. Back set, right side Carr. Carr up the middle. Nice dig back row by Barron. And then tipped over by Lincoln again. That was Basil with the tip kill. And Lincoln goes up 7-3 in set 1. Serving for Lincoln, Barron, the lefty. Serve, receive, Knight. Set ahead for Davis. Her hit blocked. Lincoln started celebrating, but Huron kept playing it, and they do get it across. Here's the bump. The tip blocked at the net by Carr. Chloe Carr with the block kill. Huron pulls within 7-4. Yeah, they got the block, and right away, I think it was Basil started celebrating, but Huron just kept playing and got it back across, gets the point. Kaya Cheddar in for the first time, serving specialist for Huron. Back row, serve, receive, Barron. Set to the left, the hit cross court, dug out by Cheddar. Back set across, Gergen with the quick set. Lincoln slaps it back. Gergen sets to the left, here's the hit. Davis comes off Blom in the back row. Allie Davis gets Huron back within 2 at 7-5. Second kill for Davis. Cheddar again on the serve as Huron trying to get a rally going here. Into the net, service error. Lincoln gets one back. It's 8-5 Patriots. First service error against the Huron Tigers. Serving now for Lincoln is Hayden Cook. Hines back in. Hines, that was her rotation to sit out when Cheddar serves. Serve received, down to get it Knight. Here's the bump across. Davis will tip up the middle. Campfire, nice dig by Lincoln. And will be tipped but out. The Wambach took a look at it and thought, yep, that's going to not jump out. And she just kind of jumped over it. And Huron back within 2 at 8-6. Jency Gergen will serve. Fitzer back into the front row for Huron. 8-6, Lincoln leading. We're early on in set 1. Pop the serve to the corner. Lincoln down to get it. Schneider will back set. The hit and just miss going right to left. Hitting air Basil brings Huron within 1, 8-7. Both teams really have had more errors, it seems like, than anything else. I guess I do have Lincoln for 5 kills out of their 8 points. Now Jency Gergen serving with Huron a chance to tie. Go to the corner, kind of self-defense. They get it. Schneider across. The hit Langenfeld blocked. And it did drop in. Block kill, I believe, Jaylee Olsen. We are tied at 8. And actually, you're going to get the block kill to Allie Davis. She picks up her 3rd kill. Gergen to serve. Huron looking for their first lead here in set 1. Jency, back row, serve receive, tipped across by Schneider, dug out. Pass ahead by Hines to Davis off that left side. Tried to go down the line, but went wide. And Lincoln gets back up by 1 at 9-8. Into the front row for Lincoln, Evelyn Carney. Serving for the Patriots, their libero, Julia Blum. Serve back row, played by Davis, bumped ahead. Here comes Davis, left side, stuffed at the net. And Lincoln goes back up by 2, 10-8. Couldn't tell if that was blocked or just went. Yep, they are going to give a block there to Mallory Schneider. So that's her first kill, 10-8 Lincoln. Blom serving, and oh, that crosses up Knight in the back row, our first ace for either team. That'll be Julia Blom with the ace, and 11-8 Lincoln on a 3-0 run to regain the lead. Julia Blum's been serving this nice run by Lincoln. Short serve. Davis has to come up to get it. Overpass. Schneider will set to the left. Langenfeld up the middle. Dug out by Hines. Back set. Right side Fitzer just taps it up the middle. Dug out by Lincoln. Right side and the hit by Schneider. Dug out by Huron. Davis goes up high and misplayed in the back row. And Davis with another kill. 11-9, Allie Davis now with 4 kills here in set 1 for Huron. Huron back within 2. Davis now steps back to serve as Knight rotates into the front row. Knuckleball serve, an ace for Davis. It had absolutely no spin on it. I could see that one. Davis with the ace, and it's 11-10. Huron back within 1. First ace of the night for Huron. Davis off the top of the net, dug out by Lincoln. That was Cook. Right side hit Langenfeld, dug out. Gergen sets in the middle for Olsen, blocked at the net. Lincoln gets control. Second hit attack, Schneider just swung at it, came off the Olsen block and went off to the side. Another kill for Schneider. And Lincoln back up 12-10. She's the setter, but when she's in the front row, she's not afraid to attack. Now she's in the back row serving. Schneider sends it to Knight. Bumped ahead and will be free balled to the corner by Gergen. Lincoln gets it under control. The tip up the middle. Campfire. Tigers keep it alive. Hit by Knight. Blocked at the net. Lincoln sends it ahead and Schneider will hit from the back row. Dug out by Hines in the middle. Free ball by Olsen. And then Schneider tried to come over her teammate and tried to push it back across and just shoved it right into the net. Huron back within 1 at 12-11. Give Jaylee Olsen the kill. I think that's a kill. Hines serving for Huron, trying to tie it again. Blum goes down to get it. Back set, right side. Langenfeld. Tigers got a block on it. Set to the left. The hit by Knight through the double block. Nice dig, Lincoln. That was Cook. Free balled by Blum, the libero. Gergen back sets. Right side. Fitzer down the middle, but too strong. Well, Huron just hasn't been able to connect very well on those hard hits, except for Allie Davis. Lincoln back with it, or up by 2 again at 13-11. Langenfeld will serve for the Lincoln Patriots, leading 13-11 in set 1. Off the top of the net, Knight able to battle it. Knight will hit off the left side. Nice dig by Blum. Send ahead to the left side. The hit down the middle, deflected. Tigers get control. Free ball by Hines. Blum will pass it ahead. Right side hit. Dug out. Nobody can get there. That'll be a kill for Barron, her third. Cross-court shot. And kind of handcuffed Gergen. She got under it, but just couldn't get it to where a teammate could make a play on it. 14-11, Lincoln. Langenfeld serving. Floats it back row to Davis. Set in the middle, Carr. Her hit blocked at the net. Block kill for Lincoln. Carney with her first kill, and Lincoln opens up a 15-11 lead, and Huron going to use their first timeout. Lincoln up 15-11 in set 1. Timeout 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
1919 root beer is brewed in small batches involving the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. Your unique recipe and choice ingredients make 1919 root beer the creamiest, full-body draft root beer available. Pick up 1919 root beer distributed by Wine Brothers at your favorite convenience store or grocery store in Huron. Wine Brothers wishes the Huron Tigers the best of luck. Go Tigers! Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
Huron Tigers using their first timeout as Lincoln has opened up a 4-point lead here at 15-11. Looking at my running score, I think this is the biggest lead Lincoln has had here in this set. Huron has not led. Right now it's kind of mirroring how the Washington match started on Tuesday. Huron student section, a lot of the football players. I saw the football team decided not to do a team dinner tonight before going out to Douglas tomorrow. Instead, told the guys to get out and support the volleyball girls here at the arena. Lincoln serving off the Huron timeout. Langenfeld from the net. Gergen sets Carr and hit it into the net. 4-hit attack on Huron. And Lincoln starting to get a little distance here, up 16-11 in set 1. You don't want to get this too far away from you as Lincoln serves to Huron. Serve receive, Knight struggle, got it across, and Lincoln though can set it up from the net. Schneider, back set, right side hit, Barron drills it right at the feet of Hines, and Lincoln stretches the lead to 17-11. 4 kills for Hannah Barron, and Lincoln right now on a 5-0 run, getting some space here in the first set. Served by Lincoln, played back row Davis, bumped ahead Gergen. Here's the hit, Knight, and goes way wide right. Huron struggling at the net, 18-11. And Camden Fuchs will come in for the first time, replacing Knight. Lincoln serving, leading now by 7. Serve in the middle to Davis. Gergen from the net will back set. Fitzer right side down the middle. Was a touch? No. Well, I thought there was a touch there at the net, but again, I'm 3 stories up here. 19-11. Lincoln's run continues. 7-0. Starting to break open this first set. Serve goes back row. Davis handles it again. Back set, right side Fitzer with the hit. Back row, dug out by Lincoln. Not a great pass, and they can't get it across. Fitzer will get the kill. Breaks the Lincoln run. 19-12. Huron back within 7, but now the Huron Tigers have some work to do. Down by 7. Ava Wambach to serve and play back row for Huron. Goes corner, serve receive. Schneider will set to the left. Hit off the top of the net. Fuchs stays with it. Set back. Backline attack. Davis just taps it in the middle. Bumped ahead by Blum. Backline attack. Schneider drops it in the back row. Huron let it go. Placed perfectly by Schneider. 20-12 Lincoln. Mallory Schneider now with 3 kills. And Lincoln taking control here now in the first set. Patriots on the serve. Serve receive, back row, Wambach. Fuchs off the left side to the corner, dug out by Schneider, bumped ahead. Right side hit Barron, dug out by Gergen, bumped ahead Hines. Left side hit, Fuchs cross court, dug out by Lincoln. To the left side, the hit caught the back line, and Ella Smith with her second kill. And Lincoln, boy, just really pulling away here. 21-12, they have outscored Huron 10-1. Second and final timeout for Huron with Lincoln up 9. Timeout of 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
This timeout brought to you by the Huron Regional Medical Center. Center for Recreation in Huron is your offering a wide range of services and programs. Better facts and scale. Help you with no health part. That's the Huron Regional Medical Center.
Are led by the Northern Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Northern Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Back at the Huron Arena, I'm Jeff Duffy with Huron Tiger Volleyball. Lincoln is taking control here with a 9-1 run. It was 12-11 Lincoln, then that has turned into 21-12 Lincoln, and Huron has taken both timeouts during this Patriot run. Lincoln preparing to serve, Evelyn Carney for the Patriots. To the corner, eats up Wambach, died right at her feet for the ace. Lincoln up 10, 22-12. Second ace of the set for Lincoln. This one by Evelyn Carney. Lincoln now 3 points away. Carney again with the serve. Wambach back row. Bumped across from the middle. Fuchs taps it back row. Lincoln, Schneider will set from the middle. Drilled down the middle by Basil, her third kill. And Lincoln has the offense clicking right now. They're getting the ball exactly where they want. And they are just finding the open spots. 2 points away here now at 23-12 Lincoln. Patriots back row. Wambach handles it. Set across, backline attack. Davis gets it through the block. Allie Davis has been the one bright spot here, at least on the attacking for Huron. Brings Huron back within 10, 23-13. That is kill number 5 for Allie Davis. Addie Knight serving. Goes down. Lincoln goes down to get it. Bumped ahead. Going to be free balled and went long. Hitting air by Ella Smith. Huron gets 2 points in a row for the first time in a while. It's 23-14. Lincoln. Addie Knight again on the serve. Go to the corner. Serve received by Barron. Comes right back to her. Barron off the right side. Blocked at the net. Barron, though, able to get it across. Gergen from the net will set Davis left side. Now in the front row. Finds the line. 23-15. Huron back within 8. And I have Allie Davis now 6 kills. 6 out of the 15 points for Huron. Knight with the serve to the corner. Going over to get it was Cook. Free balled across. Gergen will set across. Here's Davis again off the top of the net. Rolls straight up, and that'll be an illegal hit. It bounced off the top of the net, then came right on the forearm of Barron. And it just basically almost came to rest there. 23-16. Huron within 7. Schneider sets from the middle. The hit goes wide left. No touch. No touch. And Huron has pulled within 23-17. Huron on a 5-0 run, trying to crawl their way back into it. Knight serving to the corner. Lincoln on serve, receive with Barron, set in the middle, tipped, and Tigers get a block, dig it out. Going to be free balled by Hines, held right back by Schneider. And then what happened there? It was tipped over by Davis, and somehow it fell. I could not tell what happened there. I think Davis gets another kill. She's been the biggest spark for Huron here tonight. Huron within 5. Serve receive Blum. Back set. Here's Barron with the tip and jumped too early. Hit it into the top of the net. Huron within 4, 23-19. Lincoln using a timeout. The run by Huron is now 6 or 7-0 to get back into it. Timeout Lincoln will take a 30 on Dakota Sports.
Thousands of diapers, cut up hundreds of cups, with hours and peekaboos. Because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance can mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
Welcome back to the arena. Huron making a run. Huron was down 11, 23-12, but they'd rattled off 7 unanswered. Now back within 23-19, and Lincoln forced to use a timeout when they felt just a couple of minutes ago they pretty much had this thing in hand. Addie Knight serving. She's had a long run with successful serves. Drops it to the corner. Serve receive Langenfeld. Back set right side. Barron will hit cross court. Wambach with the dig. Tipped across by Carr. Nobody home. Placed perfectly by Gergen to Carr. And Huron within 3, 23-20. Second kill for Chloe Carr. Addie Knight serves to the corner. Barron comes out to get it. Set in the middle and hit wide left. Basil was a little off balance there. Air puts Huron within 2. 23-21, 9-0 run by Huron. Knight serves to the corner. Serve receive Langenfeld. Schneider passes ahead. Right side hit. Tigers get a block. They can attack. Gergen will set across Davis. Left side tips into the campfire. Nice save by Blum. Right side hit. Lincoln and shanked into the back row. And Smith. Ella Smith finally breaks the Lincoln run. It was 9-0 Huron, but now Lincoln at set point, 24-21. Serve to the corner to Knight. Gergen back sets. Carr off that right pin and jumps it through the block. Chloe Carr defeated a double block, 24-22. Huron within 2. And Kaya Cheddar on to serve. She's got to be perfect. It's still set point for Lincoln, but Huron is pulled within 2. Serve to the corner. Langenfeld is there. Schneider will set to the left. Smith will just tap it back row. Wambach with the dig. Set for Davis. Her hit block. Davis digs it off the net. Back set right side for Olsen. And can't quite get it over the net. Caught the top of the net and came back to Huron, and Lincoln survives the first set. 25-22. Lincoln goes up 1-0. Timeout 2 minutes. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
Experience Lion Tail Restaurant in East Lounge. They specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. You're partying in a private room and offer catering too. Open Monday through Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday 11 to 2 and closed on Sunday. Lion Tail Restaurant in East Lounge in the Crossroads in downtown Huron. Just on the sideline of the game. Take it sideline to life. Whether you're a weekend warrior, an athlete, or just love staying active, getting back to your craft is what moves you down. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that will improve what you are. Don't let it history keep you from doing what you love. Call Car Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com. Adams quickly is your go-to place for convenient, reliable oil changes. Fast, easy, no-pressure oil changes for your family vehicle. No appointment needed. See them at 1159 Court Avenue North. Give Adam a call, 352-9225. Adams quickly is also has tire repair, batteries, and filters. Locally owned and open at February and every day except Sundays. Trust your family vehicle with Adams quickly. 1159 Court Avenue North. Adams quickly is a proud sponsor of Tiger Sports.
You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJV.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. Mitchell leads Roosevelt 1-0, 25-21. Harrisburg up on Jefferson 1-0, 25-13. That's all I have for AA. Again, lower levels today. Lincoln won the JV 25-19-22. Huron took the sophomore match 25-21, 25-15. And again, that is your Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. Well, both teams had their rallies in that one, but Lincoln's was just a little better than Huron's. Lincoln, what was that again? I think it was a 10-1 run that Lincoln had to look like they're in position to get an easy win, but Huron came back with a 9-0 run of their own to make it interesting, but Lincoln did win it 25-22. So now can Huron keep momentum? You lost the set, but feel like you have momentum here going in set two. See if they can build on that as we get the lineup checks and ready to play our second set here at the arena. Tomorrow night, Huron Tiger football out at Douglas. That'll be a 7 o'clock Central start. 6:30 with the pregame tomorrow night here on Tiger. Emma Schneider will get this second set underway, the sophomore setter for the Patriots. Her serve back to the corner. Addie Knight on serve receive. Back set fits her right side. Goes cross court right to Schneider. Pass ahead Blum. Left side hit Langenfeld. Dug out by Hines. Set across. Here's the left side hit. Knight through the block and shanked in the back row. Addie Knight with the kill. And Huron goes up 1-0 early. Addie Knight picks up her second kill at a block kill in the first set. Now Ava Wambach in to serve and play back row for the Huron Tigers. Serve receive, Blum from the back row. Schneider back sets, right side hit Langenfeld, dug out by Hines. Set in the middle, here's Knight going cross court. Blum digs it out, overpass. Tigers get control, tipped across by Carr. Lincoln was ready. Quick set across Schneider. Davis digs it out. Set for Knight again off the left side. Through the block. Dug out nicely in the back row by Lincoln. Little indecision. And nobody can get it across. You had Langenfeld and Blum really not communicating, and nobody took control of it. Here on up 2-0. Wambach again with the serve for Huron. Blum shanks it in the back row, an ace for Huron. It's 3-0 as Wambach gets the ace. That is the second ace of the night for Huron. 3-0 lead Huron. Serve back row and a little limbo action there by Blum. Let it go and it does go out. Lincoln on the board is 3-1. Service error, first of this set, second on Huron tonight. Langenfeld steps back to serve now for the Patriots. Hines handles it from the back row. Set by Gergen for Knight. Her hit into the back row. Lincoln digs it out. Set to the left this time. The hit by Smith. Block. Tigers get control. Backline attack. Davis. Cross court and shanked in the back row by Blum. And Huron goes up 4-1. Allie Davis having a big night here already. That's her 9th kill. If I'm adding that up right, service error as Knight puts it into the net. Lincoln gets the point back and the serve. It's 4-2. 2 service errors now on Huron this set. Only had one the entire second or first set. Lincoln now with the serve. Right side, serve receive for Knight. Right side hit, just flat-footed across by Carr. Lincoln bumps it. Left side Smith. Tigers got a block on it with Carr. Gergen sets across. Davis again, left side, blocked at the net. Lincoln digs it out. Pass ahead, right side for Barron, winds up, blocked by Davis. Tigers get control. Now they set for Davis. Cross court and goes just too long. It was good. It was in a place where nobody was going to get to it, so Lincoln just hoped it went out, and it did go wide. 4-3, Lincoln back within one. Serving again, Evelyn Carney for the Lincoln Patriots. To the corner, Knight goes down to get it. Nicely played. Back set card, tips over the double block, punched in the air. Now Lincoln, and what happened there? Hitting error on Lincoln, but they weren't going to get it across in 3 anyway. Huron back up 2 at 5-3. Kaya Cheddar on to serve for Huron. This is the Huron's rotation with Hines on the bench as libero. Serve receive, back row, Langenfeld, right side hit. Barron winds up and drills it down the right side. Hard to defend that. Lincoln back within one at 5-4. Barron picks up her 4th kill. Lincoln's been pretty consistent. They have 4 girls with either 3 or 4 kills here early on. Barron serving. Serve receive Knight. Here's the set for Olson. Back row goes long. Huron's just had a few too many hitting errors. Lincoln has tied it at 5. Barron again with the serve for the Lincoln Patriots. To the corner, Wambach on serve receive. Gergen sets. Here's Davis, left side to the corner. Nobody home. They got a hand on it with Langenfeld, but nobody could cover. Huron back on top, 6-5, already 10 kills for Allie Davis. And we're just early in the second set. Gergen preparing to serve for Huron. Leading by 1 in set 2, Lincoln up 1-0. Serve receive, an ace for Gergen. It died right in front of Blum and Langenfeld. Huron goes up 2, 7-5. Second ace this set for Huron, 3rd overall. Huron back up by 2. Gergen serving again to the corner. Off the top of the net. Nice recovery by Langenfeld. Those are hard to play. Smith will hit it across. Dig by Hines. Back set. Fitzer right side. Blocked at the net. Huron digs again. Here comes Davis off the left side with the tip. Block kept in the air. Will pass ahead. The tip by Smith. Huron there. Pass ahead. Davis off the left side again. Down the middle. Too long. Lincoln back within 1 at 7-6. In to serve for Lincoln is Hayden Cook. She'll play back row for the Patriots as well. Flies to the back row to Hines. Gergen sets in the middle. The tip with the left hand by Fitzer. Lincoln digs it out. Backline attack Barron. Dug out in the back row by Hines. Kept back in the middle. Hines will free ball in the corner. Cook plays it. Right side hit down the line. Nice dig by Knight in self-defense. Fitzer will hit towards the corner right to Blum. Here's the second attack by Schneider, and she hit it into the net. 4-hit attack by Lincoln. Schneider again the setter, but when she's in the front row, she's not afraid to take a swing. She did there and hit it right into the net. Hitting air puts Huron back up 2, 8-6. Now Allie Davis serving for Huron. To the corner off the top of the net. Played by Lincoln. Backline attack Barron goes wide left. Huron up by 3 again at 9-6. Equals Huron's biggest lead here in set 2. Davis again prepares for the serve. To the corner. Serve receive Cook. Bumped ahead. Right side hit Langenfeld. Nice dig by Hines. Pass ahead. Backline attack Davis this time. Blum is there. Second hit attack, and Schneider goes up and drills it down. That was a big time hit. Kind of crossed her body too, being left-handed. Kill though for Mallory Schneider, and that is her 4th. Lincoln within 2 at 9-7. Now Julia Blum, libero serving. Serve receive, back row Hines, set in the middle, the tip with the left hand. Fitzer got it through the block. Looked like Carney kind of mistimed it, and I think she was expecting it to come a little harder than that. Kill for Fitzer, her 2nd. Lincoln, or Huron back up over Lincoln, 10-7. Hines serving for Huron. Carr back into the front row. Serve receive, back row Cook in the middle. Here's the little tip, hung in the air and just tipped it across Carney. Boy, she just was almost in suspended animation there. Gets the tip kill. Lincoln back within 10-8. Serving now for Lincoln, Schneider. They made a complete rotation. She's serving for the second time. Backline attack, Knight. Was blocked at the net. Here's the set across for Langenfeld. Drops it in front of Hines. Huron thought they got the pancake. The official says no. Langenfeld will get the kill, and Lincoln within 10-9. Camilla Langenfeld, her first kill of the night. Schneider serving again for the Patriots to the corner, Knight. Gergen with the back set. Right side Fitzer off the right pin. Block back. Dug out by Hines. Pumped ahead and just going to be tipped across by Davis. Pump ahead to the right side. Here comes Barron. A couple feet off the net. Just popped it over. Set in the middle for Carr. Drops it down. Nice dig by Blum. Langenfeld winds up. And boy, she had Huron shifting right. And she hit it the opposite way. Was glanced off of Davis. We are tied at 10 on the kill by Langenfeld. And we have a Huron timeout. Tied at 10. Timeout 30 on Dakota Sports.
Not sure what to order from the delicious menu? Then dine in and try the famous cotton dollars today. Featuring a variety of pizza slices, tasty chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. The local area will stop in and say hi to Garrett and the rest of the pizza crew. The local is on 195 21st Street at Huron. Top Dollar Pizza. Give them a call, 352-6925.
Tiger 95 and 1330 KIJV.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. Huron has led this entire second set, but now Lincoln has rallied to tie it at 10. And forcing Huron to use their first timeout. Huron's led by as many as 3, I believe. A couple different times. The Huron can break the serving here of Mallory Schneider. Schneider swats it and drops it right in front of Knight off the net. Nice save by Gergen. Huron gets it across. Schneider sets from the middle. The big hit drilled by Carney. That's her third kill, and Lincoln has their first lead of set 2 at 11-10. Lincoln took the first set 25-22. Seven Suns heating and air. Scoreboard update. Schneider again serving as Lincoln on a nice little run here now. Serve drops in front. Gergen got there, and here comes Knight off the left side, up the middle. Dug out nicely by Blum. Right side hit. Barron winds up through the block. And Lincoln continues their run. They're now up 12-10. Barron with her 6th kill. 5-0 run by Lincoln. Schneider again ready to serve as Lincoln trying to build a lead here after Huron led through the 10s. Bumped ahead, a little indecision. Huron will just free ball it. Lincoln, Schneider from the net will set it from the middle. The hit through the block, kill for Carney, and Lincoln's run continues. They're up now 13-10. And Huron's going to a sub as Kyla Pesky comes in for the first time, replacing Fitzer. And Schneider prepares to serve. Knight plays from the back row. Gergen sets to Knight, left side, pops in the middle, dug out by Blom. To the left side, the tip down to the corner. Gergen there, bumped ahead. Here comes Davis from the middle, puts it to the back row. Set right side, tipped across. Tigers got a block on it with Knight. Back set right side. Pesky attacks down the middle, dug out by Lincoln off the net, and Barron in and drops, powers it through the Huron block again. Lincoln up 14-10. Hannah Barron now with 7 kills, 4 in this set. And back in is Camden Fuchs replacing Knight on the floor as Lean just looking for some combinations right now. Schneider serving. Back row, there's Davis. Set, and Davis just going to free ball it into the net. And Huron completely out of sync now as Lincoln goes up 15-10. 8-0 run by Lincoln. They went from 3 down to 5 up. Huron cannot break the serve of Schneider. From the back row, Fuchs with the overpass. Lincoln, overpass by Lincoln, and finally just going to be a free ball by Pesky to the corner. Blum there. Schneider will set to the left. Here's the hit. Langenfeld drops it in the middle. And the run continues for Lincoln. They're now up 16-10. And again, Huron taking a timeout as Lincoln getting some space here, up 16-10. Already up 1-0. Timeout 30 on Dakota Sports.
This timeout brought to you by South Dakota Unclaimed Property. With over $600 million.
Doctors and staff at the Huron Eye Clinic are committed to providing quality service and products to their patients in Huron and surrounding areas. The Huron Eye Clinic offers comprehensive eye exams, contact lens implants, sleep screenings, LASIK consultations, ocular disease services, and pediatric eye care. Stop in at the office at 1288 Dakota Avenue South to make an appointment, or call the Huron Eye Clinic today at 605-353-4181. Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM, 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. Huron Tigers just looking for answers right now as Huron had a 3-point lead, equal their biggest of the set at 10-7, but they haven't scored since. 9-0 run by Lincoln. They're up 16-10 as Knight returns on the floor and Fuchs heads off. Mallory Schneider has served this long run by Lincoln. Serves again and goes long. Finally breaks the run. Huron gets a point back at 16-11. Lincoln. First service error of this set for Lincoln, and they just have 2 overall, 1 in each set. Ava Wambach to serve and play back row for Huron as Huron's needs to put together a run. Schneider will set across left side. The tip blocked by Huron, tip back by Carr, and Lincoln can't get it off the ricochet. Chloe Carr with the kill. Huron back within 4, 16-12. Good teamwork there that time between Knight and Carr. Back set, right side. They hit Langenfeld. Cross court, drops it right in front of Wambach. And Lincoln comes back with an answer to go up 17-12. Langenfeld, 4 kills this set. Didn't have any in the first set. And Lincoln back up by 5 here in set 2. Served by Lincoln. That's Langenfeld. From the net, set by Gergen, hit blocked. Carr misplays it on the second hit. Carr had her hit blocked. It came off to the side, and Carr couldn't make a play on it, and Lincoln gets back up by 6, 18-12. Again, when Lincoln's been in system, Huron's just had a hard time stopping him right now. Served by Lincoln, shanked by Hines. Gergen keeps it alive. Free ball across by Davis. Schneider sets left side. Smith with the hit, dug out by Hines. Overpass, and I don't think it ever got across the net, and Huron let it drop. 19-12, Lincoln back up by 7. They're up 1-0. Both sets, Lincoln's had long runs to really put Huron behind square one. Left side hit, Knight, cross court, dug out by Blum. Instead across, Smith just going to free ball it across. Gergen from the net can quick set it. There it is. Jency hasn't had many opportunities. Gets that quick set kill that she's becoming so good at. First kill for Jency Gergen, 19-13 Huron. Knight steps back to serve for the Huron Tigers. Back row, serve, receive Langenfeld. Set by Schneider, just going to be a tip by Smith. Nice tip. Huron, though, off the floor. Hines gets it back. It was a great play by Wambach to keep it alive. Right side hit. Barron winds up. Dug out off the block. And then over the net. And Huron in the net. Lincoln was going to get a point anyway on the overpass putback. And Lincoln up 7 at 20-13 in set 2. Serve by Lincoln. Knight on serve receive from the net. Set for Gergen to Davis, and Davis just got the line. Allie Davis has been the one attacker that's been clicking tonight for Huron. She's got 11 kills. That's her third in this set, 2014. Lincoln, Kaya Cheddar on to serve for Huron. Huron's got to get a run going from that service line. Send it to the corner. Langenfeld is there. Schneider will set in the middle. Tip blocked at the net by Olsen. Over the net, and Lincoln got it across. Cheddar sends it ahead. Davis left side down the middle. Langenfeld there. Set to the left. The big swing. Smith blocked at the net by, I think that was Gergen on the block kill. 20-15. Jency Gergen picks up her second kill. That one off the block. Huron back within 5. Cheddar serves. Sends it back row to Blom. Schneider with the back set. Right set hit Barron. Leans into it. Tiger's got a block on it. Pass ahead. Davis with the hit through the block. Dug out by Langenfeld. Over to the left. Smith will just tip it over the block. Wambach digs it out. From the middle, Olsen with the dig. Blocked at the net. Quick set by Gergen. Now Huron trying to get control of it. An illegal hit. No, a line call going to go against Huron. Either way, Huron it caught too much of the top of the net, and Huron could not recover off that. And Lincoln gets another one back. It's 21-15 Patriots. Hannah Barron will serve right to Wambach. From the net, Gergen sets for Olsen. Her hit up the middle. Nobody home. Jaylee Olsen with the kill. That's her second. 21-16. Huron within 5. Arian Fitzer into the front row for Huron as Jency Gergen prepares to serve. Gergen to the corner, serve receive. Set ahead to the left. Here's the hit off the top of the net, rolls over everybody and hits the back line. Ella Smith with the kill, and that's one of those that's hard to defend. It hit the top of the net, popped way in the air, and I thought it was going to go out, but it fell in by a good foot. Lincoln within 3 at 22-16 of the win. Serve receive, sent ahead by Hines, hit from the back row by Davis, went long, and Lincoln 2 points away, 23-16. Huron's long out of timeouts, so nothing they can do to stop this now, as Lincoln trying to get up 2-0. Serve, back row, there's Davis, set. Back to Allie, her hit down the line, too long. And Lincoln at set point, 24-16. Patriots on the serve, trying to take the 2-0 lead. Back row, and Knight plays it. Set by Gergen to Davis, right side. Blocked back at the net by Lincoln. That was Mallory Schneider. And Lincoln takes set 2. 25-16, Patriots up, 2-0. We'll take a timeout, 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
Isn't a place to lock up money. It's a place to see it free.
Existing home, I'm Jamie Olsen, the local mortgage loan officer at American Bank & Trust in Huron. Whether it's a conventional loan with local servicing, VA, everything, rural development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. This means your home goes top. Apply today at mortgagewithjamie.com or call 353-2818. American Bank & Trust, where your journey begins. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Wishbone Market is proud to be part of the Huron community and to cheer on area high school athletes all season long. At Wishbone, they believe in supporting local, which is why you'll find South Dakota favorites on their shelves, from wines and meats to hometown snacks. They have great in-store savings and new products with updates shared on their Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook and stop in today to shop local, save more, and enjoy the best from South Dakota at Wishbone Market.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Stop in for a free insurance review with Lane Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Lane Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for a personalized apparel such as t-shirts, sweatshirts, fleeces, jackets, TV sports, of course. About signs, logos, and vinyl graphics and props. TV sports, of course. Proud sponsor of the Tigers, TV Sports, downtown Huron.
13:05 and 13:40 KIJV are your home for Huron Tiger Sports.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. Sioux Falls Lincoln now leading 2-0. Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update 6:05, 352, 5316. Harrisburg up 2-0 on Jefferson, 25-13, 25-8. Brandon Valley up 1-0 on Aberdeen, 25-16. Roosevelt Mitchell are tied at 1 set apiece. Mitchell took the first set, 25-21. Roosevelt the second, 25-23. Harrisburg just appeared on there a second time. Sioux Falls Christian leads Yankton 2-0, 25-15-14. And that's your Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. 1-11 Dakota Avenue North in Huron. After the game, we will select our Signature Plus player of the game. They get a t-shirt out of the deal. That'll be part of our Gary Zell Autoglass postgame at the conclusion of this match. So here we go with set three. Some work to do for Huron. Both sets that Lincoln has won, 25-22, 25-16. Lincoln's had a long run where Huron couldn't break the serve, and now they got to come up with some answers here as we go to set number three. Huron, I believe, will have the serve here to begin this third set, and Jency Gergen will get things underway for the Tigers. Gergen puts it back row. Lincoln on the serve receive. Bumped ahead by Schneider. Hit by Langenfeld. Dug out by Knight. From the net, the set. They tip across by Olson. Lincoln digs it out. Bump ahead where Schneider's going to hit off the right side and goes wide right. And here on a 1-0 lead here to open set three. It was bumped ahead, and Schneider, again, Schneider, she's the full-time setter, but she will attack whenever the opportunity presents itself. Served by Gergen, back row, shanked in the back row by Lincoln. They keep it alive and get it across. Good hustle by Lincoln. Here comes Fitzer and Olson came together. Lincoln got the pancake. The hit by Langenfeld goes long, though. Boy, Lincoln did a great job of keeping the ball off the floor a couple of times. Finally, they get a hit and send it long. 2-0 lead Huron in set three. Gergen prepares to serve for Huron. Pop a short serve this time. Serve receive Barron. Lincoln gets it across. Gergen will set for Davis off the left side. Drops it in the corner. 3-0 Huron. Allie Davis, I have her for an even dozen kills. 3-0. Huron builds an early lead. Did it the same thing in the second set. Got to keep momentum going, though. Gergen again with the serve for Huron. To the corner. Barron goes down to get it. Set in the middle. The tip up the middle. Dug out by Hines. Back set for Fitzer. Her hit blocked. Nice dig by Blum and free balled across. Huron sends it ahead. Davis left side and tried to guide it too much. Hit it out. And Lincoln on the board. It's 3-1. And Mallory Schneider, sophomore setter, 6'1", left-handed. That's the type of thing that colleges are looking for, every attribute. Well, the 6'1" setter and left-handed, that's something everybody's looking for. Now she delivers an ace as that's shanked out of the back row by Huron. Schneider with the ace. That is her first. And Lincoln a chance to tie as Schneider serves. Into the net service error. Gives a point back to Huron. It's 4-2. Allie Davis now to serve for the Huron Tigers. Back row, serve, receive, Blum. Pass ahead, left side, the hit blocked by Olson. Lincoln stays with it. Who's going to play it? Oh, the pass went towards the net, but that was Schneider making the pass, and nobody else knew where the ball was going. And Huron up 5-2 in set three. Lincoln making some mistakes. Huron capitalizing. Davis serves and serves wide left. Lincoln back within 5-3. First service error this set of Huron, 4 total on the evening. Langenfeld to serve for Lincoln. Back row, a couple girls come together. Huron gets it up ahead and just going to be a free ball by Gergen. Schneider from the net can set, back set. Here's Barron with the big hit and powers it through the block. Barron with the kill brings Lincoln within 5-4. Barron, I have her for 8 kills. Langenfeld on the serve for the Lincoln Patriots. Back row, Davis is there. Back set, right side, and that's going to be outside the antenna by Fitzer. We're tied at 5. Pass came a little deep, and Fitzer knew where she was at, and she knew where the pin was, but just couldn't get it on the inside. Tied at 5. Lincoln looking for the first lead of set 3. Serve to the corner, Davis. Gergen sets. Here's Olsen on the right side. Down the middle, Langenfeld digs. Back set, right side for Barron. Blocked back by Knight. Knight goes up with the big time block, and Huron gets back up 6-5. Knight with her 3rd kill, 2nd off a block. Hilton Hines to serve for Huron. Huron the 1-point lead. In set 3, Lincoln up 2-0. Back set, a little hang in the air by Langenfeld. Tigers dig it out, bump ahead for Knight. Knight with the hit, cross court. Lincoln digs it out. Set to the left, the hit by Smith, block, but a nice dig by Blom. Here's the hit, Barron, way out. That was a beautiful dig by Blom, but then they got over to Barron, who just had way too much arm swing going. 7-5, Huron leads off the Lincoln Air. Hines again with the serve. To the corner, serve, receive, Langenfeld, overpass, knocked back by Knight. Nice save by Langenfeld. And Barron will hit and goes wide right. Just missed, but she did miss, and Lincoln trails by 3 here on up 8-5 on a 3-0 run. Hilton Hines looks to keep momentum going for the Huron Tigers. Send it to the back row. Langenfeld there, backwards. Blom chases down. Schneider just going to free ball. From the net, Gergen can set. For Carr, her hit. Blocked, but rolls into the campfire. Carr with the kill, and Huron, I believe, their biggest lead of the night in any set at 9-5. 4-0 run by Huron. Carr now with her 5th kill. Hilton Hines again with the serve. Little knuckleball. Blom handles it. Back set. Here comes Barron. Right side to the corner. Too long. See, when Lincoln gets a little off their offense, that's when they struggle some. Huron a 5-0 run, and they lead 10-5. Hilton Hines again with the serve. Serve receive, back row, over the top of the net, knocked back by Knight. Overpass on the serve receive. Knight with the kill. Huron up 11-5. Lincoln going to take a timeout. Huron on a 6-0 run. Lincoln timeout will take a timeout of 30 on Dakota Sports.
This timeout brought to you by
Faster and independent mattresses. Wonderland John is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, only truly local service. Turn to 49 Furniture of Huron.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. Huron on their best run of the night, leading 11-5 in set 3 for the first time. They forced Lincoln to take a timeout first. We were tied at 5, 6-0 run on the strength of Hilton Hines serving. And Coach Nyog takes her first timeout of this set. Hines gets the whistle, and she comes up with the serve. Back row, Langenfeld. Schneider from the net will set across for Smith. Her tip over the block. Blocked. And then, it fell in. It popped in the air. Gergen on the block, or was blocked by Lincoln. Gergen was just going to let it go, and she couldn't decide. It landed on the line. And Lincoln breaks the Huron run. It's 11-6, and the Patriots now will serve with Evelyn Carney. Serve receive. Nice play by Davis. Carr gets it across on the ricochet, and there's some missed timing there as Schneider set it to Basil, and Basil just jumped too early. Air gives Huron the point back, and it's 12-6. Wambach to serve and play back row for Huron. Huron looking a little crisper here, and they're forcing Lincoln into some mistakes. Serve receive Blom. Schneider has to come out to get it. Barron off that right side, blocked at the net, free ball to cross. Gergen from the net will set for Knight. Her hit tips over the block, dug out by Lincoln. Left side hit, Smith off the top of the net, dug out by Gergen. Pass ahead, Knight. Left side goes to the corner, goes long. Hitting air puts Lincoln back within 5, 12-7, but Huron trying to keep the pressure on, attacking. Barron now serving for Lincoln, obviously rotates her out of the front row. Serve receive Davis. Gergen from the net, sets Carr, blocked at the net by Lincoln. And Lincoln back within 12-8, going to go double block on that. That's what it looked like with Schneider and Basel, excuse me. And 12-8, Lincoln. Barron with the serve and gets the ace. It just dropped right at the feet of Wambach. 12-9, back-to-back points for Lincoln. Barron with her first ace of the night. Barron serves. This one handled by Hines. Oh, had a little trouble with it. Does get it across. From the net, Schneider will quick set it across. Nobody home. She just reached up with those long arms and swatted down. I don't think I've ever seen a quick set quite like that. She never left her feet, but just went up and flicked her wrist. Gets the kill. 12-10, Lincoln within 2. Serve receive, another ace for Lincoln and for Barron as that dropped right in front of Wambach, and just like that, Lincoln's within 1, 12-11. 2 aces this rotation for Barron. She'll get it to the back row, back set for Knight, coming off the right side this time, back row, shanked in the back row by Langenfeld. Knight has the answer for Huron. It's 13-11, Tigers. Knight picks up her 5th kill, 3rd of this set. Knight now rotates back on service to the corner. Serve receive Langenfeld, kind of shanked it. Lincoln stays with it, they'll free ball. Huron can set it up. From the net, Gergen, back set, right side hit, down the middle, Carr, and misplayed in the back row by Langenfeld, and Lincoln back up 14-11. Chloe Carr with the kill. She's got a half dozen. But we're getting some more attacks from the net, or some scores from the net by somebody other than Allie Davis, and is paying off. Right side, Smith, nice dig, but tipped back by Lincoln. Smith whopped it, and somehow Hilton Hines got under it, but going up and knocking it back for Lincoln was Basel. She's got 5 kills. Lincoln back within 14-12 here in set 3. Lincoln's up 2-0. 1 minute after 8 o'clock, KIJV, AM/FM Huron. Serve receive, Wambach. Pass ahead, just going to have to be a free ball by Hines. From the net, Schneider will set. Back set, right side, Basel. Dug out by Wambach. Backline attack, Knight goes long. Lincoln again within 1 at 14-13. Huron keeps attacking. Serving for Lincoln is Hayden Cook. To the corner, Hines. From the net, Gergen, back set across. Lincoln slaps it back, and boy, reading the court was Langenfeld. It was a back set across by Gergen, and Langenfeld just saw she had a wide open corner, sent it back to the corner, and Lincoln again has tied it at 14. Lincoln has not led in this set. Cook serves right to Hines. From the net, Gergen. Across, left side hit. Davis, she defeats the block, and Huron gets the lead back at 15-14. 13 kills for Allie Davis. Cheddar in, and this will be the one rotation for Huron where Hilton Hines has a seat. The libero always has to sit one rotation each time around. Schneider with the set to the left. Langenfeld with the quick tip, dug out by Wambach. Set across Davis and drills it to the corner. Allie Davis has had the hot hand tonight. It's 16-14. Huron 14 kills for Allie. And Huron again builds the lead back up to 2. Cheddar serving to the corner. Lincoln on serve receive. Back set, hit, and dug out nicely by Wambach. Passed ahead, and then indecision. Gergen had to play it off the net and it went backwards, and then Cheddar and Wambach had some indecision who should go after it on the third hit. Falls to the floor, 16-15, Lincoln. Lincoln will serve with Blum to serve for the Patriots. Serve back row tonight. From the net, Gergen sets for Davis. Her hit wide left. Was it touched? It was not. And we are tied again at 16. Lincoln has trailed by as many as 6. They've had it tied a couple of times, but have not led. Have their chance here with Julia Blum serving. Serve to the corner. Wambach down to get it. Bumped by Gergen. Davis off the left side. Cross court. Dug out by Langenfeld. Schneider will set back to Langenfeld. Her hit down the line. Wambach goes sideways. Kept alive by Knight. Free balled by Hines. Schneider from the net. She's going to hit. Tigers on the ricochet. Third hit. Davis does get it across. Schneider sets to the left. Langenfeld again over the block. Dug out by Hines. Overpass blocked back by Lincoln, but Hines gets it across. Set in the middle, tip blocked, and Huron can't come up with the block. It's going to be tipped over by Kearney getting the kill. I think Lincoln wanted a net call on Huron prior to that, but Lincoln has their first lead of set 3 at 17-16. Serve to the corner, there's Davis. Set by Gergen, Olsen from the middle, blocked. Schneider will set across Langenfeld. She's just going to have to bump it across. Gergen from the net. Back sets, Olsen right side, back row. Cook is there and tipped across by Schneider. Schneider went up and she just slapped it down, and Lincoln up 2, 18-16, and Huron's going to have to use a timeout. Schneider with the kill, and Lincoln now leading by 2, 18-16 in set 3. Timeout of 30 on Dakota Sports.
Queen of Huron, the August Blizzard event is Reese's Caramel Craze, and it's only for a limited time, so get your new favorite blizzard today. For birthdays or anniversaries, or for any occasion, get a BQ case. Call 352-5097 or shop it or order one for your party. Treat yourself and then reward yourself with the BQ app and download it today and save. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or an anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron.
Dakota Sports KIJB, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. Lincoln now is up 18-16, just taking their first lead of this set. Huron taking a timeout. Each team has one timeout remaining in set 3. Again, Lincoln up 2-0 at 25-22, 25-16. Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. Julia Blum with the serve for Lincoln as they've regained the momentum. Back to the corner, Davis over to get it. Set in the middle, Olsen with the hit. Blum can't handle on the dig. Jaylee Olsen got set and put some arm swing behind it. Olsen with her third kill. She has one in each set. And Huron back within one, 18-17. Fitzer back into the front row for Huron as Gergen prepares to serve for the Tigers. Gergen back row, and that's going to be shanked in the back row. Saved nicely by Blum, but nobody was there for the third hit. And Gergen with the ace. We're tied at 18. Second ace of the night for Gergen. Jency again. Look to get momentum back on the Huron side. Short serve this time and drops it right in front of Blum. And just like that, Huron regains the lead on back-to-back aces by Gergen. That time she took something off it and just found that campfire in the middle. Puts a little more on this one, handled by Barron in the middle. The tip by Lincoln. Dinked, and nobody could get it off the deflection by Knight. Lincoln gets a point back, and we're tied at 19. I believe that was Kearney with the kill. Serving now is Schneider. Schneider back to the corner. Davis on serve receive. Pass ahead. Just going to have to be a free ball by Addie Knight. From the net, Schneider will set. Back set. Barron goes. Started to wind up and tipped it and dropped it right in the campfire. Lincoln up 1, 20-19. Hannah Barron has 9 kills. Huron doing some shuffling in that back row as Schneider prepares to serve. Down the middle, and going down to get it was Hines. Third hit, free balled by Fitzer. Lincoln from the net, Schneider from the middle, the big hit. Shanked in the back row, kill for Lincoln. That was Kearney again. And Lincoln opens up a 2-point lead, 21-19. Lean going to use his final timeout here. There's no tomorrow with Lincoln already up 2-0, up 2 here in set 3. We'll take a timeout of 30 on Dakota Sports.
For their full potential, does the ration provide everything they need? But the experienced feed consultants at Dakota Land Feed help you get the performance you want and the service you deserve. With the ability to balance rations for every stage of a calf's life, the feed consultants provide valuable information to support your operation. They strive to provide best-in-class service and knowledge you can count on. Dakota Land Feed, your local feed supplier.
Tiger 95 and 13 Brady KIJB.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. I'm Jeff Duffy, and Huron Tigers getting close to the back against the wall, down 2-0. They've led a lot of this third set, but right now find themselves trailing 21-19, and Huron now out of timeouts as Lincoln will serve with Schneider. Schneider serve, receive Davis. Gergen will set back to Alley. Davis goes with the tip into the campfire. And Huron gets one back. It's 21-20. I have Davis now up to 15 kills. They have 14 on the scoreboard. 21-20. Huron within one. Now Davis will serve for Huron. Back row serve, receive. Blom set in the middle. The tip by Barron gets right across. On the third hit, Davis saves it for Huron. Back set, Barron right side winds up. Blocked at the net by Knight. Lincoln gets control, go right side. Langenfeld off the top of block and rolls through. Nobody here from Huron could catch up to it. And Lincoln goes up 22-20. Langenfeld picks up the kill. She's got 6, 2 in this set. Lincoln serving to Huron. Langenfeld, serve, receive, Hines, back set. Olsen on the right side, down the line. Nice dig by Blom, pass ahead. Lincoln just going to free ball with Barron. From the net, Gergen can set, back sets, Fitzer on the right side. Nice dig by Schneider, overpass. Here comes Huron again. Across the left side, they hit by Knight down the middle. Kept Lincoln off balance. Knight delivers the big swing. Huron back within one at 22-21. Addie Knight now with 6 kills, 4 have come in this set, and Hilton Hines serving for the Huron Tigers, 22-21 Lincoln. Serve to the corner, Langenfeld going to be passed ahead, and free ball to cross by Barron. Gergen from the net, back sets Fitzer, her tip up the middle, nice dig by Blom. Pass it ahead, Langenfeld will wind up. Nice dig, but an overpass by Huron. Back set right side for Barron, drops it in the middle, shanked out of the back row, and a lot of good plays in that rotation. Bottom line is Lincoln finished it off with Hannah Barron, 23-21 Lincoln. And Huron's out of timeouts. Serve by Lincoln, serve, receive Davis. Set in the middle, the tip across by Carr, dug out by Smith. Smith will now hit, left side block, but in. Fitzer got the block. That was a very close call on the line. Fitzer got it on the block kill. Huron back within 23-22. Third kill for Arian Fitzer. Ava Wambach to serve and play back row for Huron. Down 23-22, trying to stay alive in set 3. Serve, receive, Blom set. The hit up the middle, and again, Tigers couldn't come up with the dig. Kill for Basel. And Lincoln at set or match point, 24-22. Serve by Barron. Serve, receive, Wambach. Set. Hit from the middle, Carr off the hand of a Lincoln player, but nice play by Barron to get it across. Right side, here's Carr up the middle. Barron digs. Set to the left. The hit by Smith down the line goes long. Huron stays alive. 24-23. Still match point for Lincoln, but Huron has the serve with Addie Knight for the Tigers. Knight puts it back row to Langenfeld. Schneider will set. Here it comes to Smith. Overpass, knocked back, and Gergen took advantage of the overpass, knocked it back. We're tied at 24. We'll go extra here in set 3. Jency Gergen with her third kill took advantage of the overpass. Knight serving, trying to give Huron the lead back. Serve receive, back row. Langenfeld bumped ahead by Blom. Just going to be a free ball by Smith. Huron can set it up. Set for Carr. Her hit down the line. Dug out by Langenfeld. They'll set Smith right side. Again, she can only free ball it across. Huron sets it across Davis. Her hit up the middle. Lincoln there. Schneider will set. Here comes Smith. Left side again into the net. And Huron at set point. 25-24. Lincoln going to take a timeout. Huron, Lincoln had a couple of match points. Huron now at set point will take a timeout of 30 on Dakota Sports.
Bruises and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Hofer and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center.
Dakota Sports KIJB, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Huron Tigers showing some fight here, backs against the wall, and all of a sudden they have a chance to win the set. Up 25-24, both teams out of timeouts will play till somebody gets a 2-point lead here in set 3. Addie Knight with the serve for Huron. Back row, Blom goes down to get it. Schneider keeps it alive. Hit from the back row by Barron. Wambach there. Set across Davis. She'll tip it to the corner. Off of Barron. Saved, though, by Lincoln. Third hit, free balled by Smith. Great hustle by Langenfeld. Back set. Here's Carr with the hit and shanked and out. Huron comes back to win it. 26-24. We'll go to a fourth set on the kill by Chloe Carr. Huron a great rally as they score the final 3 points of the set. Actually, the final 4 set points of the set to win, 26-24. We'll head to set 4 after this timeout. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
1919 root beer is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. Their unique recipe and first ingredients make 1919 root beer the creamiest, full-body draft root beer available. Pick up 1919 root beer, distributed by Elwine Brothers, at your favorite convenience store or grocery store in Huron. Elwine Brothers wishes the Huron Tigers the best of luck. Go Tigers!
The Northern Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. The Northern Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle gym classes, and more. These fitness classes are led by the Northern Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Northern Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
This is Matt Sibley with Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. We chase thousands of diapers, cut up hundreds of crusts, with hours of peekaboo and duck goose, because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance can mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Experience delicious. Experience Lions Family Restaurant and East Lounge. You'll specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. Lions Family can host your party in a private room and offer catering too. Open Monday through Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday 11 to 2, and closed on Sunday. Lions Family Restaurant and East Lounge in the Crossroads in downtown Huron.
You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJB.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. Huron Tigers fight back and force a fourth set with Lincoln. coming from behind to win set 3, 26-24. Lincoln takes the first two sets, 25-22, 25-16. Here on set 3, 26-24. Let's do a Seven Sons Heating and Air scoreboard update. Roosevelt leads Mitchell now 2-1, 21-25, 25-23, 25-23. Harrisburg has completed a sweep of Jefferson, 25-13, 8 and 15. Brandon Valley, the sweep of Aberdeen, 25-16, 14 and 16. And Sioux Falls Christian has swept Yankton, 25-15, 14 and 13. Soccer final match of the season, I believe, for Huron Tigers. The boys went to a 1-1 draw with Harrisburg. Man or two had the goal for Huron. Juan Arvalo Mortea in assist, and Jackson Andrews 7 saves and goal for Huron boys. Again, unless the tie gives them enough to get into the field of 16, that will wrap up the season for the Huron boys. So ready to go with set 4 and see who can build on momentum there. Again, Huron had the lead and then a big run by Lincoln right in the middle there. As Huron had a 4 or 5 point lead, Lincoln was able to come back, take a couple of leads. In fact, 24-22, Lincoln was right there at match point but could not convert. And Huron comes back to win it 26-24. We move to set 4, and Mallory Schneider will serve for the Huron Tigers. Served by Schneider, back row Davis. Set by Gergen. They hit by Olson. Dug out nicely in the back row by Schneider. Lincoln gets it across. Set for Davis this time. She'll hammer it home. And Huron up 1-0. Allie Davis having a big night. I have her up to 16 kills. And 1-0 lead Huron. Arian Fitzer into the front row and Jency Gergen to serve for the Huron Tigers. Serve to the corner and almost an ace. Nice save there by Langenfeld. Free ball by Lincoln. Back set Gergen. Here's Olson with the hit. Rolls it over the net and a 2-0 lead Huron. Jaylee Olson has come alive here. 4 kills, but she's been a lot more involved there at the net here going back to that third set. 2-0 lead Huron. Serve for Gergen. To the corner. Serve receive Schneider. Bumped ahead. To the left side. The punched across. Dig by Hines. Back set for Fitzer. Her hit through the block. Blom is there. Schneider sets. The tip hanging in the air. Huron digs it out. Bumped ahead by Hines. Davis comes from the right side and goes wide left. Huron seemed to be arguing there was a touch there, but looks like Lean isn't really arguing the point. Hitting air. And Lincoln gets their first point here in set 4. It's 2-1 Huron. Lincoln serving. Serve, and Hines goes down to get it. Bumped ahead. Davis off the right side just pops it in the middle. Lincoln, they pop it across, but then Fitzer, who was sliding to try and save it, she slid a little too far and crossed that center line. We're tied at 2. On the serve now for Lincoln is Langenfeld. Serve receive Hines. Gergen from the net will set across for Davis. She'll tip it back row Langenfeld. Schneider sets for Smith. Her hit blocked by Fitzer. Huron up 3-2. Arian Fitzer has 4 kills, including a pair of blocks. And Huron up by 1. Allie Davis back to the serve for Huron. To the corner and drops in for the ace. Langenfeld let it go. And Allie Davis with the ace. That's her second of the night. Huron up 4-2. Now we're waiting for a volleyball to get on the floor so Allie could, must have went out in the lobby or something, but now they do have the ball back here on the floor. And Davis will serve for the Huron Tigers. In the middle. Handled by Blom. Schneider sets. Here's the big hit. Out and into the net. Take your pick. Carney hit the net and she hit it out. Huron up 5-2 in set 4. Davis again with the serve. Serve receive back row. Schneider will set from the net. Here's Barron winding up. Tigers block it with Knight. Set across to the left and tipped. Again blocked at night by Huron, but Schneider gets it across. And Olsen was taking her approach to make the hit off the set and just lost her footing. Might have slipped because they're getting a towel to take care of some of that. And Aunt Jaylee saying, yeah, my left foot just gave out there. So she never got contact with the ball. 5-3, Huron's lead at 2 as they do a quick little bit of maintenance on the floor. Now we're back ready for the serve from Evelyn Carney. Carney will send it to the corner. Davis lets it go and it drops in for the ace. 5-4, Lincoln back within 1. Carney has her second ace of the night. And Carney again prepares for the serve. Hines handles it from the back row. Gergen sets for Fitzer, blocked at the net. Huron digs it out. And third hit, backline attack Davis, back row. Schneider digs it out. Bump it for Barron, her hit right side, drills it through the block. We're tied at 5. Hannah Barron with the kill. That gives her 11. We're tied at 5. And Carney continues to serve for the Patriots. Back row, kind of shanked by Hines. Knight catches up to it, but Huron can't get it across. And Lincoln goes up 6-5. Carney will continue to serve as all of a sudden Lincoln's on a little run here, and they've taken the lead at 6-5. I think this is their first of the set. And that one goes long. We have not had a lot of service errors tonight, but Carney sends that one long, and we're tied at 6. That's just the 4th service error on Lincoln. They've had 1 in each set. Carr in for here. No, Claire Davis was in. I didn't even see her check in. Claire Davis played a rotation in the front row, the sophomore. Now she comes out for Carr. Getting the ball ahead and going to be free balled back row to Hines. Back set, right side for Fitzer. Blocked at the net. Fitzer keeps it alive. Davis will get it across. Schneider from the set. The hit down the middle. Lincoln Basil gets the kill. Basil, excuse me. And Lincoln back up 7-6. 7th kill for Elsa Basil. Serving for Lincoln now is Hannah Barron, the lefty. 2-1, Lincoln leading here in set 4. Serve receive, Knight shanks it. An ace for Lincoln, and they go up 2-8-6. Barron has 3 aces. 7-6, Lincoln leading in set 4. Barron again delivers the serve, back row Davis. Gergen sets across for Knight, her hit. Back row, Blom with the dig. From the middle, going to be tipped across, dug out by Davis. Back set for Fitzer, right side. Down the line, just missed. Fitzer had the right idea, but she missed by maybe a couple of inches. And Lincoln builds a 9-6 lead here in set 4. Huron doesn't want this to get too out of hand, need to make a play. Serve to the corner, there's Knight from the back line, the attack back row. Lincoln digs it out, set in the middle, the hit. Tigers got a block on it with Carr. Pass ahead, Knight will go cross court. Lincoln digs it out with Smith. Second hit attack by Schneider, and it comes off the hand of Fitzer and goes out, and Lincoln goes up 4, 10-6. Kill for Mallory Schneider, and Huron's going to use a timeout. Lincoln up 10-6 in set 4, wants to put it away. Huron wants to force a 5th. We'll take a timeout of 30 on Dakota Sports.
I think Huron sports injuries just on the sideline of the game. Lincoln sideline is life. Whether you're a weekend warrior, a competitive athlete, or just love staying active, getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that's as unique as you are. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Carr Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com.
Dakota Sports KIJB, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Here on timeout as Lincoln has opened up a 10-6 lead here in set 4. Lincoln up 2-1. Took the first 2 sets, 25-22, 25-16. Huron a great comeback. Lincoln had match point in set 3, but Huron came back to win it, 26-24. Right now, you just don't want to get Lincoln to get too far away here. Barron serves, serve receive Davis. Set, here's the left, the tip across by Knight. Lincoln there, across for Smith. Her hit up the middle, Campfire, and Huron can't get control, and Lincoln goes up 5-11-6. Smith with her 5th kill, first one since the second set. Barron again with the serve, got to break the serve here first off. Serve received Davis from the net. Gergen will quick set, but right there to play it is Blom. Hit from the right side, Smith blocked in the air, saved by Carr. Free ball by Hines to the corner. Schneider from the net will set the tip across, drops it right in front of Davis. Basil went up with the left hand there and just tipped it right in front of Allie, her 8th kill, and Lincoln pulling ahead here, 12-6, and again, Huron's got to be careful as Kyla Pesky will come in to play front row for Huron, and again, they want to wipe a little bit off the floor here. Obviously, it is warm here in the arena now. I thought it's not as bad up here as I thought it was going to be. The Harrisburg match we played on a Saturday, I think it was the 13th. That was the September 13th. That was the worst. There's a shank in the back row by Barron by Davis. That Harrisburg match was the hottest it was up here. Right now, Huron's back on their heels. Barron gets the ace. Second ace this rotation for Barron. They're up 7. Serve receive Knight into the net. Gergen plays it off. Hilton Hines punches it across. Set to the left. The hit way over the block. Hitting here Lincoln, and Huron finally gets a point back. It's 13-7. 7-0 run-ins for Lincoln. Now Huron's got to find a way for them to get a run with Ava Wambach serving. To the corner, Langenfeld there, pass ahead, just going to be a free ball by Barron, and we have a whistle and backline attack on Barron. I thought she was far enough back, but evidently she was in front of the spike line. Backline attack for Barron, and Huron gets another one back, 13-8. She's a back row player, means she can't hit a ball over the net. Serve receive Langenfeld, pass ahead, hit by Schneider to the corner off of Davis. And Lincoln gets one back. It's 14-8 as Mallory Schneider picks up her 10th kill of the evening. Hayden Cook to serve and play back row for Lincoln. Leading 14-8 and up 2-1. Serve to the corner. Davis comes up to get it. Bumped by Gergen. Knight off the right side up the middle. Dug out nicely by Blum. Left side hit Langenfeld up the middle. Dug out by Knight, and didn't see what happened there. Gergen went down, and I thought she was hurt for a second, but she must have just got tangled up with somebody, and there was nobody to take that second hit. 15-8 Lincoln. They're starting to pull away again. Huron's got to be careful. Serve back row, and again, Davis shanks it into the stands, and Lincoln up 16-8. Another ace as Huron serve receive has really struggled here in this fourth set. Lincoln going up 16-8, trying to close it. We'll take a timeout of 30 on Dakota Sports.
Tiger 95 and 13-3 for IJB.
Back at the Huron Arena, I'm Jeff Duffy. Moment of truth for Huron now. They burned both timeouts. They trail by 8 here in set 4. Got to find a way to get a rally now. Huron's been able to find those rallies tonight. Can they come up with one more, get themselves back into it? Lincoln will serve off the timeout with Hayden Cook. Cook sells it to Davis. Serve receive there. Gergen will set across for Knight. Her hit into the net. And Huron just struggling to get back in sync, and Lincoln starting to pull away up 17-8 in set 4. Cook again with the serve as Lincoln's just had a couple of good runs here now in set 4. Gergen has to come out to get the pass, and from the back row, blocked back by Lincoln. It was a third hit 3-ball, and Basil just stood there and said, I'm going to swat it back. That'll be her 9th kill. And Lincoln is up 10, 18-8. Again, Huron out of timeouts. Cook with the serve for the Patriots. Back row, and Hines has trouble with it again. And Huron just really struggling with serve receive here in set 4. That'll be an ace for Cook. I have Lincoln with 5 aces here in the 4th set alone. And Lincoln in control up 19-8 in set 4. Serve receive Hines. Set for Knight. Her hit cross court. Great play by Blom to get to that one. The pass though, Lincoln can't make a play on it. And Huron gets one back. It's 19-9. Boy, Blom made a super play there, but on the second hit it just kind of went wild and nobody could get to the third hit. Knight serving for Huron. Got to serve for a while. Knight puts it to the corner. Down to get it is Cook. Over and just going to be tipped across by Langenfeld. Gergen bumps it for Davis. Her hit off the top of the net. Dug out though by Barron. Here comes the hit by Langenfeld. Dug out by Hines. Now Davis with the hit. Cross court. Dropped it in. Right in front of Blom. And Huron within 19-10. Allie Davis, kill number 17. Leads Huron in that category. I think she leads everybody in that category tonight. Serve back row, serve receive Cook, and quick set into the net by Schneider, trying the second hit attack. And Huron strung together 3 points in a row to pull within 19-11. Good start, a lot more work to do to get back into this. Addison Knight with the serve, pops it back row, played by Barron. Set in the middle, the hit, and that handcuffs Wambach in the back row. Basil now with 10 kills, 4 in this set as she's come alive. Lincoln back up by 9 at 20-11. Julia Blom, libero serving. Serve receive for Knight. Gergen with the back set. Right side for Carr. Down the middle. Blom with the dig. Hit by Langenfeld. Tigers got a block. Can't dig it out. Langenfeld gets the kill. Her 7th. And Lincoln back up by 10. 21-11. They got 4 points to go to put this one away. Big hill to climb for Huron. Blom serving. Serves it. Oh, it's in. I thought it was out. It is in for the ace. It was very close, and Lincoln 3 points away at 22-11. Julia Blom with the serve again. Huron serve receive has struggled throughout this 4th set, and that's allowed Lincoln to have momentum. Serve receive Wambach. Good job of keeping that off the floor. Davis on the right side. Blocked at the net. And 23-11, Lincoln 2 points away. So I believe that was a double block there, Carney and Schneider. That's why I'm going to score it anyway. 2 points away now for Lincoln as they've taken control of this 4th set. Blom serves into the net. Huron gets one back. It's 23-12. Blom with the serve. Or the service error. That's their second error this set, and they have 5 total. Again, there hasn't been very many missed serves by either team tonight. Kaya Cheddar in to serve for Huron as Hilton Hines takes her rotation on the bench, and the serve goes long by Cheddar. We have back-to-back service errors, and Lincoln is at match point at 24-12. First service error this set on Huron. They have 5 total. Match point, Mallory Schneider serving for Lincoln. Hines back on the floor for Huron. Serve back row, Knight. Pass ahead by Hines. Davis off the left side, pops it back row. Dig there by Blom. Back set, here's the tip across by Barron. Couldn't quite get it over the net. Hung on the tape and stayed on the Lincoln side. Huron gets one back, 24-13. Fits her into the front row as Wambach comes out, and Gergen will serve for Huron. Again, got to be perfect Match point continues for Lincoln. They have the 11-point lead, 24-13. Gergen sails it back row to Blom. Schneider will set it to the left. Here's the tip across, and was somebody in the net? Huron was. Net call on Huron, and Lincoln will win it in 4. The time final, Lincoln wins it 25-22, 25-16, 24-26, 25-13. Lincoln improves to 10-4 on the season, while Huron drops to 4-9. Gary Zell Auto Glass post game is next. We'll have the Signature Plus player of the game and more as we visit with Coach Lane. Timeout 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
For dine-in, carry-out, for fast delivery. Every day, for delivery or carry-out, give them a call at 252-6925. Not sure what to order from the delicious menu? Well, dine-in is by the famous Scott Robbins buffet, featuring a variety of pizza slices, tasty chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. We're local, so stop in and say hi to Derek and the rest of the pizza crew. We're local on 195 25th Street in Huron. Scott Robbins Pizza. Give them a call, 252-6925.
The Huron Eye Clinic is proud to sponsor the Huron Tigers. The doctors and staff at the Huron Eye Clinic are committed to providing quality service and products to their patients in Huron and surrounding areas. The Huron Eye Clinic offers comprehensive eye exams, contact lens exams, infant teeth screenings, LASIK consultations, ocular disease services, and pediatric eye care. Stop in at the office at 1288 Dakota Avenue South to make an appointment, or call the Huron Eye Clinic today at 605-352-4181.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance your existing home? I'm Jamie Olson, your local mortgage loan officer at American Banking Trust in Huron. Whether it's a conventional loan with local servicing, VA, everything, rural development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. Let's make your home goals happen. Apply today at mortgagewithjamie.com or call 353-2818. American Banking Trust, where your journey begins. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Wishbone Market is proud to be part of the Huron community and to cheer on area high school athletes all season long. At Wishbone, they believe in supporting local, which is why you'll find South Dakota favorites on their shelves, from wines and meats to hometown snacks. They have great in-store savings and new products with updates shared on their Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook and stop in today to shop local, save more, and enjoy the best from South Dakota at Wishbone Market. Dakota Sports KIJB, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena as we start the Gary Zell Auto Glass post game. The Lincoln Patriots come in and defeat the Tigers in 4 sets. The final again, 25-22, 25-16, 24-26, 25-13. When Huron had Lincoln out of system, as we like to say, that's when Huron had success. When Lincoln had their offense right where they wanted it, Huron really had a hard time, I felt, stopping it, and that was probably the biggest difference in our match here tonight. Let's run down the stats. Lincoln now 10-4 on the season. Ella Smith had 5 kills. Elsa Basil had 10 kills, 11 for Hannah Barron with 4 aces, 2 aces for Hayden Cook. Mallory Schneider, 13 kills, 1 ace. 7 kills for Camilla Langenfeld. Evelyn Carney had 8 kills, 2 aces for the Patriots. Huron now 4-9 on the season. Jency Gergen, 3 kills, 3 aces. Chloe Carr had 6 kills. 6 kills for Addie Knight. 17 kills, 2 aces for Allie Davis. Arian Fitzer, 4 kills. Jaylee Olson, 4 kills, and an ace for Ava Wambach. Those are my stats for this match tonight and a win tonight for the Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots. We'll take a timeout of 2 minutes, come back, run down scores, wait for Coach Lean as we can pick the Signature Plus player of the game. We'll get the scoreboard next. Another 2-minute timeout on Dakota Sports on Tiger.
Provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Stop in for a free insurance review with Blaine Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Blaine Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for a quick line of narrow pitches, t-shirts, and sweatshirts with jackets? TV Sports, of course. About signs, logos, and vinyl graphics at top. TV Sports, of course. Proud sponsor of the Tigers, TV Sports, downtown Huron. With more than 110 stores in 12 states, Sunday Lane is the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Sunday Lane is America's #1 dealer for ready-to-wear furniture. Sunday Lane is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Sunday Lane Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, and we need truly local service. Turn to Sunday Lane Furniture of Huron.
Gary Zell Auto Glass is a proud supporter of Huron High School sports and the Tiger post-game show. Gary and Michael Zell offer mobile glass replacement of windshields, door glass, cars and trucks, even tractor cabs on site. Gary Zell Auto Glass does ship repairs, and they process all insurance paperwork. Call 352-0836 or toll free 1-888-852-0355. Gary Zell Auto Glass in Huron. You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJB.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. Sioux Falls Lincoln wins in 4 over our Huron Tigers. Let's do a Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. AA volleyball tonight. Brandon Valley swept Aberdeen 25-16, 14-16. Harrisburg the sweep of Sioux Falls Jefferson 25-13, 8-15. Roosevelt and Mitchell, they're in the 5th set. Mitchell won the first set, 25-21. Roosevelt the next two, 25-23, 25-23. Mitchell took set 4, 25-18, and Mitchell leading 13-10 in set 5. Sioux Falls, Washington, and got the sweep of T area tonight, 25-18, 26-24, 25-12. And Sioux Falls Christian defeated Yankton straight sets, 25-15, 14, and 13. And that was our AA volleyball scores for tonight. In soccer today, got the boys final. I believe this will end the regular season for the Huron boys, as they're not going to make that top 16, I assume. They did finish out the season with a 1-1 draw on the road at Harrisburg. Manor 2 had the goal for Huron. The assist, Juan Arvelo Morataya. And Jackson Andrew had 7 saves in goal for Huron, have not received the girls' score at this time. But the regular season ends this week for soccer, and the playoffs will begin, I believe, next Tuesday. In fact, we're starting to see some finality on a few of the fall sports, as both boys golf and girls tennis will have their state tournaments this coming Monday and Tuesday. Again, we do have Huron Tiger football on the air tomorrow night. Huron's at Douglas, our second trip in a couple of weeks out west. And shooting for the 7 o'clock start Central. We'll be on the air 6:30 with the pregame tomorrow night on Tiger, with Douglas hosting our Huron Tigers. It is homecoming for the Douglas Patriots as well. We'll have the weekend off. Next up for the Huron Tigers is next Tuesday. Huron girls will be on the road at Pierre. The next weekend, Friday, Saturday, will be Rapid City weekend with Stevens on Friday night, and then Rapid City Central Saturday afternoon. Now, Stevens are hoping to get the varsity going by about 5 o'clock, so Huron's hosting Aberdeen in football that night, and they push back the football kickoff to 7:30, so hopefully people can get in on both. So that's the plan, and that'll be a week from tomorrow. That'll be the final home game of the season for the Huron Tigers as well. Expect Coach Lean to be up here shortly, as I do see the girls out on the floor. So we'll pick his brain on this game and see what's up next. We'll take a timeout here of 2 minutes. Return here on the Gary Zell Auto Glass post game. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
Huron, August blizzard of the month is Reese's Caramel Craze, and it's only for a limited time, so get your new favorite Blizzard today. For birthdays or anniversaries, or for any occasion, get a DQ cake. Call 352-5097 or shop it and order one for your party. Treat yourself and then reward yourself with the DQ app and download it today and save. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or an anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron. Are your calves performing to their full potential? Does the ration provide everything they need? But the experienced feed consultants at Dakota Land Feed help you get the performance you want and the service you deserve. With the ability to balance rations for every stage of a calf's life, the feed consultants provide valuable information to support your operation. They strive to provide best-in-class service and knowledge you can count on. Dakota Land Feeds, your local feed supplier. Playing the game means bumps, bruises, and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Ober and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center. 1919 root beer is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. Their unique recipe and choice ingredients make 1919 root beer the creamiest, full-body draft root beer available. Pick up 1919 root beer, distributed by Elwine Brothers, at your favorite convenience store or grocery store in Huron. Elwine Brothers wishes the Huron Tigers the best of luck. Go Tigers! Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV are your home for Huron Tiger Sports.
Back here as we continue, Gary Zell Auto Glass post-match. Coach Lean just got up here, so we'll take another 2-minute timeout, come back and visit with Coach Lean next 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
The Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. The Northern Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. These fitness classes are led by the Northern Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Northern Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
This is Matt Sibu with Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. We changed thousands of diapers, cut up hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck goose, because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you'd do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Experience delicious. Experience Lion Taylor Restaurant in East Lounge. They specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. Lion Taylor can host your party in a private room and offer catering too. Open Monday through Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday 11 to 2 and closed on Sunday. Lion Taylor Restaurant in East Lounge in the Crossroads in downtown Huron. Plus offers hot seat smoking, larger basements and outdoor patios, as well as commercial and industrial spaces. Call 605-252-5776 to get a free estimate. There's a rows of full clean cars, help with great looking, durable surfaces and epoxy flooring. Owned and operated, visit them at 201 Market Studios. Check out their website at cleanplus.net. Clean Plus is a proud sponsor here on Tiger Sports.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena as we visit with Josh Lean, head coach here on Tiger Volleyball. Tigers fall in 4 tonight against Sioux Falls Lincoln. And, Coach, we were talking before we went on here, and pretty simple. When Lincoln had their offense in place, in system, as you like to say, we just had trouble stopping them. But when we got them in situations they didn't like, that's when we were able to make some damage too. Lincoln just had a little bit too much there at the net.
Yeah, so again, in system, they got both their lefties. They're a little bit hard. You can lose track of them. We really worked on our eye work, and I thought we did everything we could. I thought the two outside hitters, Addie Knight, Allie Davis, did a good job of tracking when Hannah, number 4, the lefty opposite, was up front, and when she was going to take a really hard swing. I mean, we almost kept her under double digits in my book, and we were able to kind of slow her down. And then the reality was their setter's hard to beat, too, when she's on top of the net because she's 6'1", she's left-handed. And so when she jump sets, we have to commit a blocker to her. And so that was again, so what I will say is you're right. When we served 12 out of the serve receive, Camilla, we served her out of serve receive. She had trouble handling us. I thought we won the serve. Well, we probably tied in the serve battle. They just outlasted us a little bit in serve receive because when our serve receive broke apart in their better servers' opportunities, then we really did struggle trying to figure out how to score in those moments. But the reality is that when we made them predictable, like every coach wants to do, we even took Hannah out of the game because they were so out of system, they weren't able to throw anything back to her. And that left it up to Camilla and Ella, their two outside hitters. We blocked them differently. We spent time working on each of them, and I thought Jency and Arian, and even a few moments of Kyla when she went in kind of a relief opportunity, I thought they did a really disciplined job in blocking them and slowed them down like we needed to. But the trade-off of that really is when they were in system, we couldn't stop them. And that was something that I think was frustrating them, and we were trying to muscle up on defense and really just couldn't get it done. And when we were trying to go swing for swing, we just weren't able to keep up.
And eliminating errors is one thing because, against a good team like Lincoln, boy, you don't have to play perfect, but you can't afford a lot of mistakes. And at times we were doing well. At some times maybe not so much, but we're definitely making strides forward from where we were just a couple of weeks ago. The 2 wins last week, and then the 2 losses this week, but to 2 very good teams in Washington and Lincoln, where we felt we gave them a push. So, but it's also now October, and everybody's got to get their rotations right. Now we know who we are, or hopefully know who we are.
Yep.
What are we going to do next to move forward?
Right. So the reality is we talked a little bit on how we can reduce or gain some confidence back in serve receive against really good servers. So we're going to come in this week or this weekend, and we're going to put our 4 kids that are our best serve receivers. We're going to put them to the test and really work on. I thought we serve received well if the ball was short, minus a time or two we got stuck on our heels. But the reality is when the ball's driven right at us, in the old days we would pass that pass that ball right on our center line. We would move our feet like crazy. This day and age, we're getting that ball outside of our body. We're able to move a little bit faster that way. And our girls are really trying to work hard in getting that ball to what they now call the sweet spot, right on our hips or right in line with our shoulders. And so we're going to put them in positions this weekend to just work on that drop, that shuffle, that platform, and make sure that we gain some confidence moving into next week in that serve receive, even against good servers. As a coach, you feel like we did that. But it's, they're high school kids. It's probably never enough. We just got to keep instilling that because I really did feel like when Allie was passing well, when Hilton was passing well, we were really on top of it. Addie and Ava, they still got, they still got some work to do. We start to wear out a little bit, which is not a great excuse. And our feet don't quite move as fast. So we'll pick that up this weekend. We'll get the reps in. That'll put Jency back with the ball over her head in the right spot, so that way we can really run the offense that we like. The secondary effect of that is we don't have to rely on our outside hitters so much when Jency's setting the ball, and we can get Chloe to get some more swings. She really didn't get warmed up today. We put her right in front of the 6'1" blockers, and she wasn't able to kind of get around it. But, come next week, we're hoping to kind of mix that up, and she's going to spend a lot of time on a box, on a shovel, working on finding that block and using it to score points. And if we do all of those things, we're going to continue to be on the climb even into next week. Got a must-win on Tuesday, right? We can't get off the bus and lay an egg on Tuesday. We've been there, and it's time to be better than that. So we feel like Tuesday, we really got to make sure our intensity is right, our focus is right, and go to Pierre in a tough environment where our outside hitters are going to have their boy crowd right on top of them because it's such a small facility. And Allie and Addie, specifically Allie, I'll bring her up because she is our Signature Plus player. Did I get that right? Signature Plus player of the game. And so she's going to have those outside hitters are going to have a good game in a fairly hostile environment next week.
So, and one last thing here before we leave things off, but still talking about the Breast Cancer Awareness Night on October 14th. They played the video here tonight. Pretty cool deal to be able to do that with this new system and everything. And right now, probably the major focus is get as much good stuff on the silent auction. And other than that, just get excitement here. Wear your pink there on the 14th.
Yeah, wear your pink on the 14th. I'll start out with something a little different here on the pink out. Courtesy of Craig Lee with the pink jerseys on the video screen, which was really cool today. It's the first time I'd seen those lineup videos. And so he put those together. He did some ones that weren't pink, and then he did some ones that were pink. So I got to throw him a shout out because he did us a really good solid on those and did a really nice job. And I think the girls, I mean, who doesn't love seeing that on the big screen? The parents, the girls, the fans, and so that's a big deal, and I appreciate his efforts on that. But you're also right. I see back in our cage area, we're starting to fill up with some silent auction items, so that way HRMC can come and take some pictures of them and get them on the online auction. But get a hold of a Huron Tiger and make sure that we can get your stuff in our auction to benefit the HRMC Foundation once we do our pink out night. Looking forward to that on October 14th. We just got our roses ordered for our rose recipients, so that way I appreciate Coach Elmer. Diane came into my classroom today and asked if I'd gotten that done yet. The answer was no, so she gratefully took care of that for me today, and so I think we're all set. T-shirts are ordered; they're being made now, and we feel really good about that effort. All the money stays here in Huron.
And that's the thing, yeah. HRMC Foundation, this is all in conjunction with HRMC Foundation. And the program is We Got You Covered. It makes sure mammograms are available to anybody who might need one. And so all money raised, T-shirts, the silent auction, everything stays here in Huron.
Right here. And that's something we can be proud of. And look, I can't even take credit for this thing because this thing started a long time ago before I was here. And I've just been really fortunate to pick up the ball on a really good thing and just keep running with it, right? So our community is a gracious community. They give and they give and they give, and this is just another thing they give to. And because it's important and it affects all of us. And these, our young athletes, our female athletes, this is that it's going to affect them, whether it's their family, themselves, or somebody that they love. It's really going to it weighs heavy on all of us. So it's important that our money stays here and make sure that the mammograms are available, and all of that is really a positive thing. And so I'm proud of the effort. If you have anything that we could use in that effort, just go ahead and reach out to us, and we will make sure that we get it on the silent auction, and HRMC benefits from it.
Josh Lean, head coach of the Huron Tigers. Tigers falling 4 tonight. We'll take a final timeout of 1 minute, wrap it up here from the arena on Dakota Sports.
Sports injuries just on the sideline of the game. Make it sideline for life. Whether you're a weekend warrior, a competitive athlete, or just love staying active, getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that is unique at Huron. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Car Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com. Adams Cooking is your go-to place for convenient, reliable oil changes. Fast, easy, no-pressure oil changes for your family's vehicle. No